Greetings, folks. Today is Saturday. I almost said Sunday. September 28th. And as if I have not done enough Hamfesting, we're going to attend another one this morning. That starts at 9. That I wouldn't have even known about if I didn't pick up that ThinkPad T61 at the Carp Hamfest, so thank God for Lenovo ThinkPads again. Going ahead and looking at the weather here, it's looking pretty good. I don't see any real issues. I know that folks in the U.S. Southeast have been dealing with the aftermath of that hurricane that just went through. Alright, as you can see, it is beautiful out here today. A little on the chilly side, but not that bad. And thus far, I have managed to avoid having to answer 200 questions about what it is that I'm doing awake this early on a Saturday. But I'm sure they'll come as soon as I get home, like they did last time. Like I keep saying, I don't really like this time of year, and this is the reason why. And the other side of the car is completely clear, and this side is full of condensation. I lost track of time, so I'm running a little bit later than I'd like, but that's okay. I don't mind telling you that the battery in this car is a little on the soft side. But, yeah. Oh, yes. And this, too. Assuming you can actually see it on the video. Well, off to a bit of an inauspicious start. I forgot my glasses. I took these camera glasses off, and then realized, wait a minute, I can't see anything. So I had to go back in and get those. So let's try this startup again. This time on camera. Yeah, I know. Now that I'm running a little late, let's get started. I think, like I said, I think I'm going to take the longer route. Alright, well, we made it. Place is a little on the busy side, but I am definitely in the right place because you can see all the ham antennas. Alright, let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Alright, I did my rounds. I think I've seen all that there is to see. There's some interesting stuff in there, but wow. Well, the antennas on that thing. I think I've seen all that there is to see. It cleaned out on radios. Did pretty good. Now I gotta get out of here, and that could be entertaining. Alright, here we are, and as you can see, I still have not put everything away from the Peoria Hamfest. This actually has to go out to recycling. But, now I got more stuff that I had to deal with. Like I said though, really cleaned out on radios. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll switch over to a good camera, and we'll take a look at this stuff in more detail. Okay, let's take a look here, but first, before we actually take a look at those, come in here, and I'll show you this, that I found quite amusing. There was an older woman there making shirts with a cry-cut machine, these graphic tees, and I decided that I just had to have one. I'm a little concerned about washing it in the washing machine, and there's a little bit down there that didn't quite adhere. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that, if I'll do anything. And I figure at worst case, this is probably a wear once a year kind of thing. And I probably won't wear it too often because I don't want to wear it out, you know? What chance are you going to get another one? Now back to this. As you can see, mostly radios. Didn't really get a lot of stuff, and more than half of it's radio related. That seems to be the majority of what was there, was just radio gear of all shapes and sizes. So we'll take a look here. This is, I'll move that out of the way for a second. This is what it says it is. Little Radio Shack DX395. Paid $15 for that. Not sure if it's got batteries in it. Nope. It does have this though. Which is now on the floor. Let's see. This looks like double A's. Yeah, it looks like it takes 6 double A's and then 2 triple A's for memory batteries. Yeah. So I figure that's probably not a bad little piece for 15 bucks. Nice little digital radio. These 2 radios here were being sold by a man that I know was at the Hamfest, because I'm pretty sure I bought something from him, and if not, I know I was eyeing stuff at his booth. No, I'm pretty sure that this is the guy that I bought that multi-band radio from, if you can remember back to that, which I still haven't done anything with. 2 transistor radios. I decided I was going to make him an offer. $10 got me both of them. This one, I mean, it was working when I was there, but I'm not really sure if there's something wrong with it now, or what's going on with that. It's going to need some work. It might just need new batteries. I'm not sure on that one, because I'm not really sure what kind of batteries are in it. I know it takes C batteries. I did actually have it open briefly because I was concerned after buying them, you know, great. It's probably one of those AB batteries, although this isn't a tube set. You can see it's got a little cylinder here with batteries in it. I don't know how good or how old these actually are. Well, this is what I found. I remember when these kinds of batteries were everywhere. These Radio Shack batteries. We had some rechargeables that were in a very interesting looking purple encasement. It's probably a miracle, folks. All 4 batteries. And just in case you think I'm lying to you. Okay, you can see the LCD. I know it's a little weird. This is an awkward camera angle, but this is the best way that I can do this. Hopefully, hold it here. Here you can see, no tomfoolery here. So, they might still be good. I'll change them anyway. But yeah, probably need to go through this thing and restore it. And I don't know when I'm going to do that. At least I've got the diagram here. That's a pretty nice piece. Should probably put this back. Nice little piece. I'm sure that it'll work just fine. Put some new batteries in that. This one, I don't know about this one. Taking a closer look at this. I'm not actually even sure that this is the correct pouch for this, because it doesn't quite fit. But maybe it is, I don't know. Looks like the... Oops. Oh, that's the volume. That's why that's not working. Yeah, the tuner is just fine. You can see those are civil defense markings. Pretty sure that's for Conelrad, if anybody remembers that. 640 and 1240. Like I was saying, I don't really know about this one. It looks like it's been a little modified here. Go ahead and we can take it out of its pouch. Sort of. I'll have to see if I can figure out how to get this one apart. It's another transistor radio. Oh, I think I just figured it out. Okay, I've got the cover off, and I thought that this was a modification sitting out here, but now I'm not so sure. I'm going to assume that it's still a mod. It's probably not original, but I don't know. Yeah, probably this is probably another one that I'm going to have to go through and do a whole bunch of replacements, particularly of these capacitors. Looks like they're labeled pretty nicely. These are also capacitors down here. They almost look like wire-wound resistors, but they're not. I believe that this would also take the same type of battery. It might just be a little bit more of a pain in the butt to get in there. So it would be a 6-volt radio. Doesn't really say on it really much of anything. So I got another interesting little thing, and it was only $5 basically, so I don't feel too bad. There's some computer things there, but this is the thing that caught my eye the most. Is this ATI video card. You can see here has got this breakout adapter on it. DVI, and another DVI. Not really sure 100% what this would have been. In fact, that's interesting. X1950 XTX Crossfire. So that probably is actually supposed to be meant to have 2 of these cards, and that's what this pass-through is for. So that's kind of neat. I don't think I'll find another one of these cards anytime soon, but for $10, I'm sure I can use it for something. I may take the Hydra off the back of it, but I'm sure I can throw that into a computer that's somewhere. I'm sure it works just fine. Needs the PCI Express power, of course, but you know, what kind of beefy card doesn't? This is probably a waste of $5, but you know, it's just a cheap set of crappy, modern-looking computer speakers. But you know, for $5, they look like they're basically brand new. They've certainly been well kept. Why not? Probably be good for test purposes. And then last but not least, we have this radio. And this is actually a Viking brand radio. If you're wondering what that actually stands for. Viking was an Eaton's store brand. Again, if anybody remembers Eaton's. It's seen some better days. I'm sure it would clean up nicely. $20 for that. This is a tube radio in untested condition, so who knows if it's actually any good. And it looks like they used Robertson screws to get in there, and the camera is complaining about the video or the battery, and apparently I'm in dual shot mode, so I'm going to have to stop the camera here for a second. And there we can see inside. Could use a good cleaning. Interestingly enough, unless it was in here somewhere and has just been lost to the sands of time, there is no tube diagram, so I have no idea what these tubes are. All it says on the bottom is that you should ask for replacement tubes from Viking, or replacement Viking tubes, which again is Eaton store brand. There's also no label, so unless it's on the bottom, I don't think to look on. Oh yeah, there it is. I'll be an Unky's uncle. I didn't look far enough. So there you go. There's your. It's upside down, but there's your model information. And there's your tube diagram. So again, you can pause the video to read that. I'm sure that when I go to pull this thing out and take a look at the underside, that it's full of wax paper capacitors, carbon composition resistors, maybe something fun like bumblebee capacitors. Maybe even a selenium rectifier or two, I don't know. But yeah, that one's probably going to need some serious work. I'll probably take the chassis out and look at it before I do too much, and I'm certainly going to be building a dim bulb tester. So that's basically it. Don't know if I'm really in the mood to do any more traveling for the next long while. After all of that, and I've got more than enough crap to keep me busy for the next probably year. So on that note, I would like to thank you for watching, and if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below.